guys? Fight Fiend Mix here, coming at you with a new video. Thanks for taking the time to stop by and check it out. Before I get started, I just want to say I hope everyone is doing well and staying healthy, washing your hands, staying safe, of course, all that good stuff. I'm in Vegas and things are beginning to open up now, so we're slowly, taking these baby steps to some normality. So we'll make it through. But regardless, I hope everyone is doing well. Also, don't forget to check me out on FightNet Radio with Lee Honish and Andrew Lapachet. It's primarily a boxing-related show with a little bit of funnies here and there. So if you can, please, check me out there. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description. And then lastly, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at FightFeedMigs. And then, of course, like, comment, subscribe, share here on YouTube, if you will, please. All right. So to get started on the topic of the video here, so it looks like we're going to get Fury and Joshua in 2021. So that's big news, of course, because for those of you who are meeting me for the first time here, I'm not just a boxing fan, but also a fan of MMA and the UFC in particular. One of the reasons I'm such a big fan of MMA and the UFC is, although I'm not on board with them getting paid peanuts compared to professional boxers, as a fan, from a fan's perspective, I get to see the fights I want more often, primarily because they're all under the same umbrella, right? The UFC. So a couple of weekends ago, in the welterweight division, Gilbert Burns defeated former welterweight champion Tyron Woodley, and I told anybody who would listen to me, if the UFC doesn't give Masvidal the title fight, how much you want to bet that we're going to see Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman, and well, we're going to get Usman and Burns now, because of the money dispute and contract dispute with Masvidal and the UFC. So we're going to get the fight we want to see. Now, granted, it may not be Masvidal, but the next best thing, I'm sure we're going to get that fight eventually. I can guarantee we're going to get that fight. But anyway, that's one of the reasons I'm such a big fan of MMA and the UFC, and we don't really get that too frequently in boxing. Yes, it does happen, of course. I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all, but it just doesn't happen as often. Well, of course, now we have the announcement of the agreed upon 2-fight deal between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Where it's going to take place, of course, everything is still murky as far as the details go. But I mean, just the news that they both agreed to that shit is like, oh, yes. Because that's the first step. Let's be honest here. That's the first step. If a fighter doesn't want to fight another fighter, it ain't going to fucking happen, right? That's going to be the first step. And then, of course, the negotiations come after that. And then we get ourselves the fight. Now, a lot of things have to happen between now and then. For starters, we're going to have to get Pulev. Pulev is a mandatory challenger for, I want to say, the IPF belt, or one of the belts that Joshua has. And then we're going to get the third fight between Fury and Wilder. So who the fuck knows that we're going to see Joshua and fucking Fury in 2021? I sure as hell hope so, because, we don't get the fights, and sometimes we get them too late. Sometimes we get, Lennox Lewis and Tyson too late, and we get, obviously the obvious Pacquiao and Mayweather. We got that however many years late. Yeah, granted it happened, but I mean, Jesus Christ, it was a damn soap opera. So to see fighters fight in their prime, under different networks or promoters or streaming services, and they managed to get a decision or a negotiation, an agreement going, that's hella good news. So I'm hella fucking excited. Now, I don't want to get into too much detail in regards to who I think is going to win, because chances are, should the fight happen, and as time approaches, I'm going to put out another video with my prediction. So I don't want to get into too much details of that, but I just kind of wanted to talk about, like, damn, we're gonna fucking get it. We're gonna get Fury and whoopsie daisy. We're gonna get Fury and Joshua. So this was announced. I want to say it was like last week, if I'm not mistaken. And there has been some developments that happened recently. For those of you who don't know, one of the major factors, I guess, one of the major players who brokered this deal is this guy named Daniel Kinahan, I believe is how he pronounced his last name, who, as a matter of fact, Tyson Fury himself actually thanked in his Instagram post or Twitter post, I think, by name for brokering the deal, which you can see here.
Hello there. I'm just after getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He's just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed. Get up there, my boy! Big shout out, Dan. He got this done. Literally over the line. 2-fight deal. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua next year. One problem. I just got to smash Deontay Wilder's face right in the next fight. And then we go into the Joshua fight next year. So there we are. The Gypsy King versus AJ is on for next year, but there is a hurdle in the road called the Bronze Bomber, aka the Knockout King, and I will get onto him and knock him spark out, and then we got on to the big fight. So big thank you, Dan, for getting this deal over the line. All the best. God bless you all. See you soon. Peace out.
So Kinahan brokered the deal, right? Now, some as I was mentioning, some developments, of course, between the time that the announcement was made to now. I'm going to pull up my laptop here so I can kind of read what was going on here with Daniel Kinahan, if I can pronounce his name properly. Promoter arranging Fury Joshua fight dropped by Bahrain. Bahrain is? I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Bahrain, the Kingdom of Bahrain, I think it's called. All right, so I'm gonna read this article here real quick. I'm not gonna read the whole article, of course, but I'm gonna put like the link in the description so you guys can take a look at it there. But I'm just gonna kind of read a couple of quick important keys here. The controversial boxing promoter helping to arrange the all-British heavyweight fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua has been dropped as an advisor to the Bahraini sports organization that is looking to bring high-profile bouts to the region. Daniel Kinahan was recently hired as a special advisor to the KHK Sports, which is owned by the Prince of Bahrain, and was publicly praised by Fury for bringing together the camps of the two world champions in the heavyweight division for a possible 2-fight deal. Moving on, Kinahan, an Irishman currently based in the United Arab Emirates, is the subject of dialogue between those two countries because of his alleged links to organized crime. He has previously been named by the High Court in Dublin as a senior figure in a gang-involved and international drug trafficking operations and firearm offenses. So, it's not a secret that organized crime has been a part of professional boxing for decades. I mean, fucking decades, going back to Jake LaMotta, being investigated by the FBI for throwing a fight, to Peter McNeely's corner, who supposedly put some money on him to lose against Tyson, and then actually made sure he lost by jumping in the ring and getting him disqualified. That's a pretty fucked up story. If you guys want to take a look, I'm gonna try to find a link for a story. You guys can read up on that. But it's pretty fucked up. I mean, boxing is boxing, right? We all know that there's no one major organization the way we have, FIFA for soccer, or the NFL for football, the NBA for basketball. We don't have that for boxing, so I kind of feel like that leaves a lot of gaps and leaves a lot of room for corruption. And it's no secret that boxing has been involved with organized crime. And I don't know if Daniel Kinahan's connections with organized crime was any way involved in actually getting this fight done or agreed upon. I sure as fuck hope not, because it's kind of like the double-edged sword. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna get Fury and fucking Joshua, and then it's like, oh wait, how are we gonna get it? Because this guy involved in organized crime kind of set up the deal. Oh shit, that's it's I'm torn, of course, but as far as I can tell, he's been dropped from them, the HKH. Oh no, I keep saying that shit. KHK Sports. He's been dropped as an advisor to them. So, maybe he brokered the deal, and then they've decided to nix his ass to keep things clean. But I have no grounds to stand on as far as him. His connections with organized crime being the reason this fight was agreed upon. But regardless, we're gonna get the fight, right? So I mean, I can bitch him on all day, but well, I should say we're supposed to be getting the fight, because as I said earlier, there's still a lot of things that need to happen between now and 2021 for this fight to actually happen. So I just kind of wanted to put a video here and just kind of give you guys my thoughts. I'm glad that this guy is kind of out of the picture because of his links to organized crime, and we all know boxing is corrupt, right? I mean, sometimes the judges, sometimes the promoters, the sanctioning bodies, the fighters themselves, um, the rankings. It's all bad, and it sucks, and it's a broken system, and I don't know if it's ever going to be fixed. But until that happens, I'm going to sit back and enjoy the fights that I'm able to get. So, Fury and Joshua in 2021. Last I read, it is a very very high likelihood that it's going to take place in Australia. Kind of sucks. I live in Vegas. I would much rather have that shit fill up, Raider Stadium. I'm sure it'll be done by 2021, or Allegiant Stadium is called. I'm sure they will pack that shit. I don't know. I mean, two British boxers in Las Vegas. Yeah, maybe not. But I'm a fan. I would love to go to that. It's easier to drive. 30-minute drive from here. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. If you guys are excited about it. The heavyweight division has been considered a three-head monster for quite some time. With Fury, Wilder, and Joshua, and then even for a small amount of time, a four-headed monster when Ruiz beat Joshua. So that's been that's been clarified, right? It's already down. There's still a lot of guys still in the picture, like Dillian White and Big Baby and Alexander Usyk. So there's a lot of guys still in the picture, and of course Wilder himself, and maybe even Ruiz too. So it's a pretty interesting time. The heavyweight division has been kind of dormant for a long fucking time during the Klitschko era. I'm not one to knock on him because he was dominant as all fuck. So I'm not gonna cap on him on anything, but wasn't exactly the most exciting to watch, and didn't exactly spark a lot of interest from the public, from boxing fans, and much less the general public. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty excited about this fight. I'm really, really hoping. I don't know what's gonna happen with Wilder and Fury 3. I sure as fuck hope Fury gets the win. I mean, it looks like it, right? That first fight was close. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. I do think Fury won that first fight. The second one, there was no dispute. Fuck the 40 pound. What the fuck was it? The super shredder outfit that he had on. Whatever Wilder I'm talking about, coming into the ring, having that on for 40 some odd minutes in the lock between the locker room and the ring walk and everything, and forgetting all that. Fury handled him. Fury handled him. There's no fucking dispute there. Fury handles that. So I'm hoping that happens a third time. Because I do want to see Fury and Joshua. I'm hoping that that Joshua is able to get over or get past his mandatory defense with Pulev. And then I've also read that one of his mandatory WBO challengers is Alexander Usyk, and I don't know if they're going to try to be the monkey wrench before we can get Fury and Joshua. It's a lot of things going on right now, and I know I don't want to jump the gun and get super excited because it's probably not going to happen. I'm not going to lie, every time I read, in like 2010, 2011, the possibility of Pacquiao and Mayweather, I bit on the bait, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just gonna fucking happen. And every single time, we were left with blue balls. Let's just be honest, we were left with blue balls every fucking time. So I've learned. I hope this doesn't happen here, and we end up getting some roundabout way of the fight happening in 2029 or some shit. So anyway, I'm excited, but I'm trying not to be too excited. Please, guys, let me know how you guys feel about it. If you feel like the fight is actually going to go down, if it's not going to go down, or who is it going to be? Because I did see an interview with Eddie Hearn recently talking about this isn't necessarily about Joshua and Fury, but rather the undisputed heavyweight championship. So if Joshua gets past Pulev, which we're expecting to, and Fury actually loses to Wilder, then maybe we're gonna get Joshua and Wilder. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'll watch any one of those fucking fights. I'm down for that. So granted, they probably would make a lot more money if two British fighters fought, in the UK or Bahrain or Saudi Arabia, Australia, whatever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna make bank there. So who knows how this thing is going to play out. I'll grab the popcorn because I want to see how this shit plays out between now and then. I hope some fight happens. I hope we get something worth in the heavyweight division in 2021. But anyway, that just wanted to kind of like, touch up on that real quick and see how you guys feel about it, if it's going to happen or not. Or hell, even if you guys want to tell me who you think is going to win, I won't go into that yet. I'm sure, you guys, I'm going to be posting another video sometime down the line with my prediction, should that fight even be signed. Because right now, it's just an agreement, a 2-fight deal. Who the fuck? I don't even think they've even decided who's gonna walk out to the ring first. I don't think they've even decided who's gonna be first on the poster. Any of that shit, the size of the ring, all that negotiation that hasn't even been touched on, hasn't even happened yet. So, thank you guys for listening to me ramble for a little bit about my excitement, but still trying to keep a fucking lid on it, and making sure things don't get too crazy because I'm excited to see the few times that we get to see the fight we want to see in professional boxing. Let me know if you guys, who do you guys think is going to win, how you guys feel about the fight, etc. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and watching my video, guys. I will make sure to leave. I recorded a video some time ago. On that, as a matter of fact, it was my last video about Masvidal and what I thought, his issues are with the UFC and the pay. And I'll make sure to leave a link here somewhere so you guys can check it out. Feel free to check out any more of my videos. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking this one out. And I look forward to discussing this with you guys. Have yourselves a good day. Peace.